Okay. Good evening, everyone. I am Adila, the representative of the Management Department of Makmur University. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for joining this video meeting, and I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy at home during this MCO. As noticed before, our university has been providing free dental services to our students. However, we acknowledge the long waiting list the students had to go through. Therefore, we have decided to employ more dentists and nurses to seize the waiting list and ensure that the students will be given dental treatments even in an emergency. However, this will result in charges applied to the students, which is 20% lower than what the private dental clinics are charging. So now we will open for discussions among the student representatives. Please introduce your name and positions in the student council.
Okay, good evening and thanks for the concern about the MCO. I'm Chiu, the president of the student council. After we have a meeting with the students council, we have found that the most of the students in our university have financial problems. Some of them can't afford to pay the dental fee. So we have decided not to add dentists and prefer to wait for the appointment even though we may have to wait for 1 month.
Okay, good evening everyone. I am Hanani, the representative of the healthcare department. In this current situation, dentists and nurses are getting their hands full and we need extra hands to ensure high performance. For information, we accept outsiders as our patients and they have to pay full price, but students we cut 20% off.
Hi, I am Pavitra, the Treasurer of Student Council, and I'm afraid that I have to disagree with you on that, as the students do not have resources to pay for dental treatments. Although it is cheaper by 20% compared to private dental clinics, for a student to pay 80% of any dental treatments are considered expensive. This is because most students who visit the dentist in our university are those who can't afford treatments provided in private dental clinics. For example, full mouth scaling costs about 100 to 200 ringgit in private dental clinics. And let's say it is 100 ringgit, so the student have to pay 80 ringgit at our dental clinic. Even with the 20% discount provided, it is still unaffordable by the average students.
Okay, I see your point there. As a solution for the students who really cannot afford it, we can provide forms to give financial aid.
Hi, I'm Bang, the Secretary of the Student Council. I still stand with students' point that they don't want to be charged as most of them consulting are the ones who can't afford to go to the private dental clinics. This is because the dental fees for private dental clinics are much higher than the government. Moreover, we think that the application for financial aid won't help much. Even though it is offered at the discounted price, it is still unaffordable to students who choose the government over private dental services.
We can say it's quite impossible to give you free of charge with the additional stuff provided. We can consider other suggestion or recommendation from the student. Would you like to give any?
How about we make it 30%? I think it's a reasonable price for students and the management should bear the other 70% fee since they have received outsiders for the dental service. As we know, we have the right as students to use cheap or free service and the service profit should come to students' benefit first.
70% is too high for management to support. We provide scaling, tooth extraction, filling, and root canal treatments. This treatment is considered expensive, but you can use your student right to get 20% off. For example, the root canal treatment costs 650 ringgit, but with a 20% discount, it will only cost 520 ringgit only.
It is still expensive. Well, we have another suggestion. Instead of the 70%, which is too high to be supported by the management, why don't all the students be given free treatments for the first 6 months once the new staff start working? This includes scaling, tooth extraction, filling, and root canal treatment.
Giving free treatment for the first 6 months might be a good idea. We can agree with you there. However, the university was only given a certain amount of subsidy from the government for the allocation of students' dental care. So we're afraid it's impossible for us to pay 70% from the total price of the service charges applied to the students.
I understand your reason, but I still agree with our team's suggestion. Sorry. I understand your reason, but I still agree with our team's suggestion, which management should pay the 70% fees, while the 30% will be paid by the students. This is because students are less likely to seek dental services unless they have dental problems, which consists only of the minority. For example, only 3 out of 10 people will seek dental services in 1 month, and this shows that the students rarely go to dental clinics. Therefore, it will be a burden to the students who are facing financial problems.
I understand your reasons, but is it recommended to visit the dentist twice a year, not every month, so the amount spent will be reasonable? Plus, this will be sort of a financial management training for the student before they have more financial commitment after graduating. Unfortunately, the university is not able to pay for the other 70%. We are willing to consider only if the value is logical. What do you think is a fair way to resolve this?
I understand the situation, but I still cannot agree with this. As the president of the Students' Council, I have to fight the maximum benefit for students. Why don't we go for a win-win situation when both of us bear for half? Is it fine to have students and management pay for 50%? I think it is the fairest way where there's no any imbalance of expenses for both parties.
Okay, we will agree with you. Take note that the university's main expenses will not be focused on dental care because we have many other departments to prioritize on. Therefore, we have taken into account that the maximum amount we can deduce will be 50% from the total price, and this will be final. The percentage cannot go lower than this.
We can agree with you there. We think it's good enough to go with 50% as it will reduce the financial burden of the students. We believe it comes with the additional benefits of free treatments for the first 6 months that I've mentioned earlier.
Finally, I guess we have come up with a mutual agreement which is beneficial for both. The first appointment of the year will be free of charge, as well as the second and extra appointments will be 50% from the total price charged on the students.
Yes, we are willing to work with that. Additionally, I want to add, in order to ensure all students and staff get maximum benefits from the services we provide, we will distribute feedback forms 6 months after the new fees are applied for the students to voice out their feedback and comments. So in case of many reports or bad feedback we receive, we will do another thorough discussion with the Student Representative Council.
All right, we can agree with you there. Therefore, the conclusions of this discussion are that the first appointment of the year will be free of charge, as well as the second and extra appointments will be 50% from the total price charged on the students. In addition, the financial aid will also be given to students who truly cannot afford the dental fees. Moreover, 2 new dentists will be on duty, and the students' waiting list will also be reduced. Lastly, the feedback forms will be given to the students and staff after 6 months to improve the service quality.
Well, that's all for our negotiation today. It's glad to hear that both students and management can enjoy the benefit after the negotiation. Well, I represent the Student Council to say thank you for your cooperation. Thank you.
Okay, I represent the management team and we want to say thank you for attending the meeting.